You're listening to a 3CR podcast created in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard-earned weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang. Happy days. We're live on 3CR Radio on 8:55 on your AM dial, 9:30 every Sunday morning. And we're here today live because we're drawing the big raffle, and we've even dusted off old Warren.
Thank you.
That's all you get to say. That's all we get from you today. And we have had a little bit of a hamstring injury. Old Campo, you know, we're going to buy him a calendar, one of those little sand things you call that sand goes through the dials and all that, so he can keep track of what day it is and all that, because apparently we've stuffed everything up and he hasn't. But the 2nd of July was the raffle draw, which is today, and we'll be drawing that today after half time. And just to remind you, lucky people that are hanging by your Wheaties and that excited, because you could win today a $5,000 travel voucher, a $3,000 Milwaukee tool pack, which is very handy for some of you people out there, $500 liquor voucher and a $500 food voucher. So that's $9,000 worth of prizes. And if you haven't got a ticket, bad luck. Warren, are you about to break into some
Well, I've got to say, I am impressed by the fact that we have a box full of tickets.
Yes, we have, and lucky.
A very good response from the listeners and supporters of the Concrete Gang.
Yes, and without that, we couldn't keep going, because we had to find a fair bit of lovely to keep this lovely show on the radio. And our lovely technician, young Annie, is going to be the guest drawer. The barrel girl you're going to be today. I'm
going to be the barrel girl.
Are we allowed to say that anymore, Annie? Is that inappropriate to call you the barrel girl, or what? I don't know. But anyway, that's what you're going to be, right? So anyway, that's going to be after half time. But we'll have to get down to a bit of business, and well, we could talk about football, but I mean, I'm nearly suicidal, and I'm tipping that where might be my old mate is up the West Gate, but the Bombers lost with a kick after the siren last night. So
it was a good kick, I've got to say.
I shouldn't have talked about it, because they all complain we talk about the Bombers. If I hadn't mentioned the Bombers today, they'd be howling, wouldn't they? Because we got beat. But anyway, that's what happens, and that's football. But it was a good game, and it was unfortunate it finished in the rain, but that's the weather down here. But there were some good games over the weekend. There was a draw between the Swans and all I hear is crickets. No one knows. Swans and who was it? Swans and
Geelong.
No, who did
Melbourne?
It
was Geelong. Yeah.
Who did Melbourne play?
Oh, let's not start that, because we haven't got all the facts. Remember, don't ask the question, don't know the answer to it. That's the rules. But anyway, we're live, 9:35 on Sunday morning, and we did have this time last week. We had our tradies day down at ETU Oval Stadium down at Port Melbourne, and it was an absolutely terrific day. It was very successful. We had 220 people there for lunch. We had the kids there. That was my favourite part. I got to hand out T-shirts to the kids at half time. That was worth filming. It was just, they were wrapped. You know, we gave them shirts with the Union logos and the Port Melbourne logos on them. They had to go and be in a little football. What would you call it? Football kicking competition and all that. And if they did that, they got a free T-shirt, ice cream, and whatever. And a football. That's right, a football as well. So they did pretty well. But the funny thing is, the kids are sensational. They were queuing up for whatever they got. But you know, the old parents, a couple of them got a little bit greedy. But that wouldn't surprise anyone out there, would it?
Don't expect much and never disappointed.
Exactly, and that's what you get. But look, it was like herding cats, the kids. But it was sensational. It really was the funniest things you've ever seen. But it was a good day. We had Martin Pike and Chris Johnson. They got up and tore shit out of each other, and that was really funny. Pike had come up with some good stories there, and it was just a fantastic day. And also Port Melbourne beat Essendon, which was even better. But great day. So
it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game, and next year will be bigger and better than ever. So make sure you go to that next year because it was worth going to.
And it's important also to keep local football going because otherwise the big end of town just dominates everything, and it's a great thing for people to participate in.
And it was great for a lot of the locals. Great to meet John Secker. They were rapt to meet the bloke. They've heard all the shit stories the press keep putting them up about him and found out that they're all bullshit. He was a great bloke, and it was just a fantastic day. And but as Warren just said, without these pull-ups and making a bit of money for the local community and their clubs, they'd be gone. So that's why CFMEU and the ETU's behind them, trying to keep them going. Because if we hadn't got behind them, they would be gone. And what a disgrace that'd be to have Port Melbourne fold, you know. So that's why we do it, and that's why the people get behind it, and it's going to keep going. So that wasn't the only function. We had the old shirt lifters, the old retired members' lunch.
You mean the old codgers?
Oh, the old codgers, yeah. God love them, yeah. I bet you, anyway, did a little bit of a joke. Well, where you going, mate? You were there.
I was there. It was a very well-attended function. There's 2 of them a year, 2 lunches a year, and a lot of members who haven't worked in the industry for many years still get there because it is one of the highlights of their year. Because you actually think about it, members, including retired members, are spread all over Melbourne. They don't come across each other that readily. And so when they get together, they have a great time. You've got to keep the speeches short and you start early and be prepared to leave the venue open till the very end. And to
let me guess who was last.
Oh, okay.
Shagger? Shagger? He wasn't.
Guess who was last?
Who?
Rusty.
That's Shagger.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
But he wasn't the last out.
Well, he was one of the last.
He was one of the last.
Oh, mate.
And he had a short conversation about football with the secretary, who was as people know, a Richmond supporter, and very confident, and told Shagger he would be going, it's great, it's all great, blah, 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 blah. Then he found out that Donnie's actually a North Melbourne supporter. So he had a few unchristian words to say.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good time for the old Richmond supporters this round.
Well, we've had a good feedback from the old blokes because I know old Mudguts Wilco comes from Bairnsdale on the train, and
yep.
I don't know, he must. I don't know why he'd stay awake going home talking, because a bit like you, he loves to chat, and I reckon that's the only thing that keep him awake with about 30 beers in him. But apparently there was a mishap on the way back. They were building the bridge and that to get off and catch a bus. Oh, mate, you want to hear him blow it. But anyway.
Yeah, well, anyway, there was a whole lot of people there who, some of whom hadn't been before, and they had a great time. And I've got to say, it was an absolute pleasure catching up with a few people.
Is that because they'd never been old before?
No, they just hadn't been recorded in the retired members. And so I just want to say, simple, quick message to all those people who have been members of the CFMEU and have now retired. You are eligible to join as a retired member or rejoin as a retired member. It's a very nominal fee, a couple of bucks, and you get the magazine.
You don't.
I'm a life member, that's the problem. And you get invites, of course, to these functions, and they are a great thing, and you do catch up with a lot of people you haven't seen for quite some time. And some of the blokes are going better now than the last time I saw them, so good on them.
Yeah, well, that's just to let them know we haven't forgotten. They're the blokes that done the hard yards and got us where we are. Geez, it'd be a bad day if the union forgot about those blokes. They're the blokes who've, they should have a red carpet for them, when they come in, because they've done the hard yards, got us where we are, and the fact that they still want to be involved is even better, And as you said, for a couple of bucks or whatever it is, if you haven't been there, just ring up and I don't know what you got to do. Just reignite your membership with a couple of bucks or something. And
just get reactivated as a retired member.
And make sure you're on the list so you get invited to these functions because, you've got to be remembered. No doubt, I know the secretary hasn't forgot about you, John, and the leadership of the union, but I think all of us need to be reminded about what you've done over the years in the past, because, it's no good sitting in the pub with the same blokes you drink with every week. You've got to get back with your blokes you've done all the hard yards on the picket lines and the rallies and then locking yourself up in cranes and all sorts of things, having horses run over the top of you. They reckon they won't, and I had 3 broken ribs, I can remember that, but anyway, it's another story.
And you also catch up with people you don't see for long periods of time, and cheerio to Kevin Patterson, who I haven't seen for quite some years.
I saw him at the front of the union,
Yeah, and Kevin's now running the fishing club. Who says that old organisers, old shop stewards don't keep their skills?
Kevin Patterson. Yeah, a lot of memories, and they were all there apparently. So fantastic from the union to keep that going. I hope it grows and gets, because it's going to drop off a bit because we don't live forever, but hopefully the people retire and make sure they're part of that.
Yep.
Fantastic. What else we got? I'll tell you what we might do. We're nearly at that stage. We might cut to the track, and when we come back, we're going to draw the big raffle.
This is Campo's choice.
No, it's not Campo's choice.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Did he ring in, did he? Oh,
yeah.
He managed to do that, but forgot to come in.
Dropkick Murphys, the Workers. They're a great band.
Yeah, this one's for the workers who toil night and day, by hand and by brain, to earn your pay, who for centuries on past for no more than your bread, have bled for your countries and counted your dead. In the factories and mills, in the shipyards and mines, we've often been told to keep up with the times, for our skills are not needed. Then streamline the job and whistle and roll and stopwatch our pride they ever wrong. We're the first ones to start, we're the first ones to die, the first ones in line for that pie in the sky, and we're always last when the gram is set out, for the worker is working when the fat cat's about. And when the sky darkens and the prospect is war, who's given a gun and then pushed to the fore and expected to die for the land of our birth, though we've never owned one lousy handful of earth. We're the first ones to start, we're the first ones to die, the first ones in line for that pie in the sky,
There it was. He might not even be able to make it in or forget what that is, but he's managed to get the music on. Now, how does he do that? But he's a genius. All right. Now, I'm going through what we always do is all you good people out there have pledged money and kept the radio show on it for another year. Got fantastic. But we've got a few late payers, mate. There's people who haven't weighed in yet. Now, so we don't embarrass them or ourselves because we've been known to give the wrong ones a spray, we're going to give them another week. But there's a fair list here, and there'd be some embarrassed people. I mean,
it's also if people are paying in to the union office.
No, we know all that, but we've got all that covered. But what we're saying here is, I think there's a few people to be. If you're a golden sparrow, you'd be very embarrassed. You know, if you were a golden sparrow, that's one. Who else we got here? Oh, Ralph Edwards. Well,
no, paid cash. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I don't know about mine. 500. I'm not that generous, but anyway. There's some beauties here, and as we know, the paperwork's not always the best, but we will sort that out and get to the bottom of it, Warren, won't we?
We will, and just look over your shoulder. That's all
right, mate. It's radio, mate. It's not TV.
Keep moving.
Look over my shoulder. Keep moving. Oh, okay. You haven't been locked away, but. All right, so it's come to the time we're going to draw this magnificent radio, this raffle. So what we're going to do, we always start at the top, and as I said, thank you for the people who bought all these tickets. We've got a rather large box here, and the lovely Annie's going to put a claw over the top of this screen. Warren's lifting it up, and give it a good shake around. Make sure you only get one. Got the drum roll going. Get in there, just make sure you've got one handed over here, and this is for $5,000 travel voucher. Here it is. Now, how are we going to read that? What would that be? Jesus. Pumco?
Pumco. Yeah, Pumco.
I don't know if it is. But anyway, we can't read the number out, because everyone will be ringing. But we've got Pumco. We've got your number here. So you have just won $5,000 worth of travel, which will be contacting you tomorrow on your phone number. And congratulations. We had the handshake, we've had the clapping and the drum roll, have we, Annie, while you're standing up there? Oh, look at that. So there's the $5,000 travel voucher gone to, I think it's Pumco or something. Anyway, we got your number. We're going to give you a ring. Next prize is the $3,000 Milwaukee tool pack. And that goes to Alexis Panasitis. Is that how everyone happy with that pronunciation? Alexis Panasitis. So you've won the Milwaukee $3,000 tool set. Well done. Righto. This one is a $500 voucher. And this one goes, oh my God, is it me? I can't. Harian. Hang on, we need someone to verify that one. We've got the numbers, that's all right. Harian Camilleri. So you've won the $500 voucher. And the last one, $500 voucher. Coming up, and he's trying to do two things at once. Barrel Girl, choice. Panel opera. Nigel Corcoran. Oh, it couldn't be. That'd have to be the Stewie, wouldn't it? No. Nigel Corcoran. All right, so you've won the $500 voucher. We'll go for him in a minute. Try and do this while we're live on radio, live. So we'll be contacting these people tomorrow. Pumco or Plumco won the $5,000 travel. Hang on. Sit down, mate. You're trying to help too much. The tool.
You need all the help you can get.
The tool set, which is the Milwaukee tool pack, $3,000 goes to Alexis Panasitis. We've got two $500 vouchers to Harian Camilleri and Nigel Corcoran. So congratulations. There's $9,000 worth of prizes. And thank you for everyone out there buying tickets and helping the Concrete Gang stay on air. Now, we think we will be having a Concrete Gang tune later in the year when the weather's a bit better. It was a bit too much. We had a fair bit going on the last few weeks, so we sort of put it off to later in the year. And since we said that we were going to put it off, there's been a lot of people complaining because they loved it. So we'll probably have one later in the year, so stay tuned. All right.
And because you've got my glasses on,
you can have them now.
I couldn't read this.
Well, we don't need you, but anyway.
Now that I've actually had a look at it, it's Plumco.
I said that.
No, you said Pumco.
Oh, jeez.
There you go. Never mind.
Who you backing? I'll tell you what, get your money on me.
Hey.
He's worse with his glasses on. All right, now, we need to go to the scallywags now, although we're doing it live. We have got a few scallywags, but if I had the glasses, I could read them, but I can read them because it's my writing.
They're my glasses, yeah, righto.
Stop whinging. So you're blind anyway with them on. Now, scallywags, yes, we've had Capital again. They've only put cranes up in the dark and have no traffic management and all that with Clarks. They used a mob called Stingray Walker panels. Very ordinary mob. So Capital aren't bad at going to the bottom of the barrel, so we'll keep an eye on them. We've also got Westcon. Geez, they keep mentioning Westcon. They've done wrong, but bullying a truck driver. Geez, good luck with bullying a truck driver, but Westcon have been accused of doing that. And McConnell Dow.
No surprises.
Because they are McConnell Dow.
Yes.
That's good enough, isn't it? That's the only reason you need to put him in the scallywags. Suki Lala, there's been me and Campo about the Bombers losing the kick after the final siren. I think we get that hands down.
I think you win it nearly every week, but we won't go there.
If I can mention Essendon, because you hate us mention Essendon, so we'll mention Essendon. Actually, we might go with the Essendon theme song. That'll really piss them off, you know. So, yeah, anyway, look, and all I can say to finish the show off now is get the money in, the pledges in. We need to get all that in. We need to get that in. Also, we also need to... What was the other thing I mentioned? Get your pledges in. You want to say something very quickly?
Yes, just
time's up.
A reminder to everybody, 50 years goes pretty quick, and the 50th anniversary of the Portable Sick Leave Scheme, Co-Invest, is coming up in 2025, and a special history, including all about the campaigns to win it, will be done by the fund and will be out in 2025 to celebrate 50 years. Where the hell did it go?
Exactly. All right, so stay tuned for that. Scallywags, I think... Capital for being on again, and Suki Lala, me and Campo, hands down. I think that's about it for the day. We'd like to thank all the people that helped through this with the raffles, the prizes and all that. Annie for doing 2 jobs. That doesn't mean you get paid twice either, Annie. All right, don't try that. And we'd like to go out the same old way. Dare to struggle.
Dare to win.
If you don't fight,
you lose.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang.
Yeah. I'm Fitzroy where the stars be. I'm Wanganeen in 93. I'm mundane, I'm Kathy free. Man, that far inside of me. I'm Adam Goods and Adam should be applauded when he stands up. You can look to us from that time stuff. I'm Paddy Mills with the last shot. I'm gloomy, I'm macho. I'm everything that you watch. I'm everything that you can't be. I'm the dead hearts, heartbeat. I'm gloomy, I'm macho. I'm gloomy, I'm macho. I'm goon, I'm macho, I'm goon, I'm macho, I'm goon, I'm macho, I'm goon, I'm macho, I'm Paddy Mills, with $12 million I'm Doug Nichols, I'm Jimmy Little with a royal telephone. I'm the world champion 68, boy I'm Lionel Rose. I'm William Cooper, I take a stand when no one even knows. I'm the walker, I'm the sounder, the children coming home. Boy I'm grooming, I'm macho, I'm everything that you ask. I'm everything that you count. I'm the dead heartbeat. I'm good, I'm macho, 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 I'm good. Boy, I'm Patty, man. Let me take it home, I'm Rummer. I'm the Sand Hills, I'm coming. I'm Les Briggs, I'm Paul Briggs, I'm Uncle Ringer with all them kids, I'm Uncle Buck. Everybody loves me, ain't none below, ain't none above me. I'm the carving out of every sky tree. I'm those flats that Vivace now, Mr. Apple. Think about me and you, we feel the same. And it might sound strange, but I'm just saying we both unsettled when the boats came. I'm Goon, I'm March, I'm everything that you want, I'm everything that you can't. I'm the dead heartbeat. I'm the dead heartbeat. I'm the dead heartbeat. Back where the hearts grow strong, back where they all on the children came. I'm the dead heartbeat. The children came back. The children came back. Back where they understand, back to their mother's land. The children came back. The children came back. The children came back. Back where their hearts grow strong, back where they all belong. The children came back. I'm the dead heart.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.